Yes, good morning children. This is Vedugopal for Little Hearts Publications with English Book 2, Lesson 3, Appu. Before we go into the story, let us discuss the questions given under formative assessment at the beginning of the lesson. Have you ever seen an elephant really? This question is for you children. Have you ever seen an elephant really? Of course, you might have seen several times. How big is it? You all know that an elephant is a very big animal. In fact, the biggest animal on the earth. And do you know elephants are used for several purposes? How is the elephant used generally in different places on different occasions? You know that the elephants are used to carry the flag poles at the temples. Elephants are used to carry people around a zoo or around a big temple. There are several purposes, particularly during big festival occasions. We see during these festivals, elephants are used for carrying heavy weights on their bodies, on their backs. And you know where elephants generally live? You all know that elephants generally live in forests, but they are sometimes used in zoo for entertainment. They are used for several purposes in temples. So let us learn about an elephant named Appu in this lesson. Appu was a big elephant. Who was Appu? A big elephant. He belonged to a merchant. Merchant means businessman, trader. This Appu belonged to a merchant. The merchant earned a lot of money by putting Appu to work. So the merchant used to earn a lot of money by giving this elephant or by putting this elephant Appu to a lot of work. With the money that is earned from the elephant, he used to enjoy his life. Appu carried heavy logs of food. Because it's a very big animal, very heavy animal also, it used to carry heavy logs of wood. Log means what? Big logs. This much size, round logs you might have seen. When you cut the tree's trunk, you get a big log. Several logs can be cut out of a tree. When there is a tree, is a very big tree. So that log, it used to carry heavy logs on its back. He also carried people from one place to another. Not only that, that elephant Appu was used by the merchant to carry the people from one place to another place, from one village to another village, like that. He was also sent to a famous temple in a village nearby to lead the festival procession. Generally, when there is a procession in the temple during the festival times, this elephant is sent to a famous temple there in that village nearby, so that it can lead the festival procession by carrying the idols of the Lord on its back. For this purpose also this elephant was used. So Appu was used for these many purposes by the merchant to earn money. Once the people of the village wanted to celebrate their temple festival. That particular village to which this elephant Appu was sent, those people wanted to celebrate the temple festival in their village. The festival could not start till the temple flag was put up. But the festival could not be celebrated, could not start. Why? Because they had to put a temple flag first there in front of the temple. You know what's the meaning of temple flag? You might have seen a huge pillar-like structure in front of temples. That is called Dhwajastambham in Telugu. That is called flag pole in English. That flag pole has to be erected first before they start the temple festival. The temple had the flag but no flag pole. The temple had a flag, but the flag pole was not there with them, with the temple authorities. So the villagers went to the forest and made a flag pole out of a tall tree. So the villagers went into the forest nearby, cut a big tree and made a log out of it. It was very heavy for the villagers. They could not carry that flag pole to the village. It was very heavy. The flag pole was too heavy for the villagers to carry, and so Appu brought it to the temple. So they hired this Appu, this elephant of the merchant, to pull that log, to carry the log from the forest to the village, to be used as a flag pole. The villagers also wanted Appu's help to fix the flag pole in the ground. And they also requested the merchant that they needed the elephant to fix the flagpole in the ground, because there will be a big pit, a deep pit will be dug in which the flagpole will be made to fix. With that, they tie the flag there to the top. Like that, then they will close that pit so that it will stand erect without falling down. To fix that pole there in the ground, the villagers wanted Appu's help again. They had already dug a hole in front of the temple. For fixing the pole, they had already dug a very deep, big hole there in front of the temple. And this elephant had to carry that flagpole and fix it there. Once it fixes there, the people will close the pit with the mud and with the sand, everything, and cement it. Then they hoist the flag there. Now, Appu carried the flagpole to the hole. Appu carried the flagpole to that hole where it had to be fixed. But suddenly he stopped and turned back. When it reached the hole in which it had to fix the flagpole, suddenly it turned back. It stopped there and turned back. The mahout who was sitting on him and ordered him to plant the flagpole in the hole. Well, who is called a mahout? A person who trains an elephant and makes the elephant to carry out his orders. A mahout is a person who trains an elephant to carry out orders according to his instructions. So the mahout was sitting there on the elephant and he was ordering the elephant to put the flagpole, to fix the flagpole in the hole. But Appu did not move. But Appu was not moving at all. He was repeatedly beating. The mahout shouted and screamed at him, but still he did not move. He shouted, the mahout shouted at Appu. He screamed at him, but still the Appu did not move. By now the villagers were angry and shouted at the mahout. But villagers are getting angry because the auspicious time, the Shubha Muhurtam was already reaching. They were angry with the mahout that he could not order the elephant, he could not make the elephant to fix the pole there, flagpole there in the hole. Appu got angry with their shouting. And Appu got irritated when the people started shouting at it. What did he do then? He threw away the flagpole. He threw just the flagpole away. He also threw off the mahout from its back. He just picked him up with his trunk and threw him off. The people became frightened and they ran for their lives. People started running here and there because the elephant was angry. They thought that the elephant might kill him, might crush them to death. Appu went to the hole and bent down on his forelegs. Then what did Appu do? It went to the hole and bent down on its front legs. Forelegs means front legs. You know, generally animals have 4 legs. You can see that there in the picture, the front legs, it bent low on its bent front legs. He put his long trunk into the hole and gently picked up a kitten. Why it had stopped now to fix the pole in the hole? There is a reason there. Say, there was a small kitten. Kitten means baby. A baby cat is known as a kitten. In that hole, a small kitten fell. It was unable to come out. So the elephant put its long trunk there into the hole and picked the kitten out slowly with its trunk. The little cat had been hiding in the hole. It had been hiding in the hole. But it did not know, the little cat did not know that if the pole had been kept there fixed there in the hole, it would die. It did not know. The people had been watching all this. The people who had run away started watching all this. They now understood why Apu had not obeyed the mahout's orders. They understood why the elephant Apu had not obeyed its master's orders. Who is the master of an elephant called? Mahout. He did not like to kill the kitten. He did not like to kill. Who did not like to kill the kitten? Apu did not like to kill the kitten. So, even if the mahout ordered him to fix the pole in the hole, it did not obey him. It stopped there. He just threw mahout away. Apu then placed the flagpole into the hole and held it straight. Then, after removing that small kitten from the hole, Apu placed the flagpole into the hole and held it straight so that it held the pole with its trunk straight. The people then covered the hole with sand and cement. So then the people covered the hole, a total hole, complete hole with cement and sand. Everyone at the temple gave sweets and fruits to the elephant. Apu was respected by the people like that because he had done a great thing. If at all the kitten had been killed, that would have been a very bad signal for the elephant, not only for the villagers but for the temple itself. Everyone at the temple gave sweets and fruits to the elephant. From that day, Apu became the favorite elephant of the villagers. He also became the children's friend. From that day onwards, Apu became the favorite elephant of the villagers. For every occasion, the villagers used to call Apu only, because Apu only had saved their village from the anger of God by saving the kitten which was hiding there in the hole meant for fixing the flagpole. And not only that, Apu became a good friend of the children also in the village. With that, we come to the end of this lesson. We will be discussing now the task for summative assessment. The questions are there. There are 6 questions. Let us discuss those questions, children. All the key, everything will be sent to you through WhatsApp, nothing to worry. What have you understood? There are some 6 questions given there, children. Let us discuss the questions. Who was Apu? Do you know the answer, children? Apu was a big elephant. Like this, you have to write the answers in 1 or 2 sentences. Apu was a big elephant. What did the people of the village want to celebrate? What did the people of the village want to celebrate? The people of the village wanted to celebrate. What did they want to celebrate, children? Do you remember the story? The people of the village wanted to celebrate the temple festival. Like this, we have tried the answers for the questions. The people of the village wanted to celebrate a village temple festival. Why did Apu bring the flagpole to the temple? Why did Apu bring the flagpole to the temple? Because the flagpole was too heavy for the villagers to carry. The flagpole was too heavy, very heavy. That's the reason why the villagers could not carry that to the temple. So Apu brought that flagpole to the temple. Question number 3. Why did Apu bring the flagpole? Sorry, it's completed already. Question number 4. Apu went to the hole and bent down on his forelegs. What did he do then? He gently picked up a small kitten. He just lowered its trunk there into the hole, put his long trunk into the hole and gently picked up a kitten which had been hiding there in the hole. Question number 5. Where was the kitten hiding? The kitten was hiding in the hole which was meant for fixing the flagpole. What did everyone at the temple give to Apu? Everyone at the temple gave sweets and fruits to Apu. What did they give? They gave sweets and fruits to Apu. Now in the second bit, A2, there are some questions, but you have to answer only with yes or no. Don't need to write complete answers for this, children. You have to write only yes or no. Did Apu do a lot of work for the villagers? Yes or no? Did Apu do a lot of work for the villagers? Yes. Did the villagers already have a flagpole to fix their temple flag on? No. They had no flagpole. They had a flag but no flagpole. Were the villagers able to carry the flagpole from the forest to the temple? No. Because it was too heavy for them to carry. So, they brought Apu to bring the flagpole from the forest to the temple. Number 4. Did Apu obey the Mahout's order and plant the flagpole? No. It is not correct. Apu did not obey the Mahout's order. Was Apu able to save the kitten's life? 5th question. Yes, it was able to save the kitten's life. In the end, was everyone happy with what Apu had done? Yes, everybody was happy with what Apu had done. Like this, you have to answer these questions with a yes or no. If you think that it is yes, you have to write yes, otherwise no. Okay, children, next bit, we have got some sentences given there. You have to write whether they are true or false. Write T for true, F for false. Apu belonged to a merchant. Is it true or not? Yes, true. T you have to write. The temple had the flagpole but no flag. False. It had a flag but no flagpole, but it is given here the temple had the flagpole but no flag. So it is reverse order. It's false. The villagers carried the flagpole to the temple. False again, because the villagers could not carry it. They hired Apu to carry the pole. The elephant took a kitten out of the hole. 4th sentence. It's true. The kitten was killed in the end. False. It was not killed. It was saved by the elephant Apu. Okay, children, this all comes under what have you learnt relating to the lesson. Now let us go to language in use, that is grammar part that is discussed in this lesson. Language in use. Was or were, past tense verbs. Was or were are known as past tense verbs. Past tense means the verb that is used to indicate Completed actions. So, Apu was a big elephant. See, was is underlined there. Second sentence, the villagers were angry and shouted at the mahout. Were. So, we can see now that for singulars we use was. For plural numbers we use were. So, complete the sentences with was or were in the following sentence. In the sentences given there, there dash a merchant in the village. Is it was or were? Was only, right. Many people dash at the function. Were. Were. Money dash a clever girl. Was a clever girl because it's a singular number. Apu dash sent to a famous temple in a village nearby to lead the festival procession. Apu is singular number, so we write was sent. There dash a kitten in the hole. Kitten is singular number, so we have to write was. There was a kitten in the hole. In the same way, in the second bit, we have got and but, using of and but. And or but are called conjunctions. Conjunctions are used to join sentences and sometimes words also. Now read the sentences given there. The temple had the flag but no flagpole. The villagers went to the forest. Second sentence. The villagers went to the forest and made a flagpole out of a tall tree. These words and but join two sentences, sometimes two words. These words are called joining words or conjunctions. Now complete the sentences with and or but. The man shouted dash screamed at Apu. Shouted and screamed. What is the first blank? And. The mahout shouted at him, but he did not move. The mahout ordered Apu to plant the flagpole, but Apu did not move. Fourth sentence. The flagpole was too heavy for the villagers to carry, and so Apu brought it to the temple. And there you have to write and. Fourth sentence. Fifth sentence, children, the people became frightened and they ran for their lives. They became frightened and ran for their lives. And you have to write in the last sentence. Next exercise is word know. Means vocabulary. They sent, look at that there, S-E-N-T, S-C-E-N-T. Both are pronounced in the same way. Apu to bring the flag. You have tried the word sent. The flagpole was TOO2, TWO2. Both are pronounced in the same way. Heavy for the villagers to carry. This 2 means very, this 2 is a number, so we have tried TOO2 here. Too heavy for the villagers to carry. Some words sound the same but have different spellings. Such words are called homophones or homonyms. Homophones. Now complete the sentences below choosing the correct word. They dashed the match in the last minute. Which you have tried there? First one you have tried. WON 1. Winning a match, win, one, one. Only one means number. So you have to write the word one, W-O-N, one there in the first sentence, the first blank. Second sentence, he went to the post office to dash some stamps. Which buy? B-U-Y buy or B-Y buy? B-U-Y buy you have tried. To buy some stamps. Second blank we have tried B-U-Y buy. We dash with our ears. Which here we have tried there? H-E-A-R. Here with our ears. Turn to the right corner. Which corner? R-I-G-H-T have tried. See, this is right hand, this is left hand. So right corner. The wind blew hard. Which blew? B-L-E-W. Wind blows, we know that. Well, blue, B-L-U-E, blue is the name of a color. So we write the word blue, B-L-E-W there. Look at the pronunciation given there. The Mahout shouted and screamed at the elephant. The people got angry with him. Everyone at the temple gave sweets and fruits to the elephant. If you look at the sounds of the long sound in screamed people and sweets, look at those sounds of the words, underlined part there. Look at the sound of the underlined part here in these words. From this, we can understand that even though there are different letters here, they give sometimes the same sound. Look at the other words there. Feet. Now write at least two words which sound the same as the word on the left. Two words you have to write. Street. Fleet. Read. Plead. Same sound you should be giving. Creed. Steal. Meal. Keel. Like that you can go on making the several words which sound the same. You can write that meal, reel also you can write the words like that. Then there is punctuation. What do you mean by punctuation, children? Punctuation means using full stops, commas, question marks, quotation marks, exclamatory marks. Apu was a big elephant. Full stop is kept there at the end. What a big elephant. Look at these sentences. Apu was a big elephant. You see the full stop there. What a big elephant. Here you are exclaiming. You are saying it in surprise, wonder. What a big elephant, like that. So, we put a full stop at the end of sentence 1. We put an exclamation mark at the end of sentence 2 to show surprise. Now, put a full stop or an exclamation mark at the end of these sentences. It's a long snake. These are the example, of course. It's a long snake. What do you keep there? Full stop. What a long snake. You are exclaiming there. Surprise, expressing surprise. So you write exclamation mark there. It's a heavy bird. Full stop. What a heavy bird. Exclamatory. Like that you have tried either full stop or exclamatory mark at the end of such sentences by reading the sentences carefully. Spelling, you can circle the wrongly spelled words there. In the first, merchant is wrongly spelled there. Second set of the words, flagpole is wrongly spelled. Third one, suddenly is spelt wrong. Fourth one, friend is spelt wrong. And fifth one, four legs spelling is given wrong. So you have to write the correct spellings, circle the wrong spellings there. With that we come to the end of this lesson, children. Next class we will be taking up the fourth lesson. Thank you.